Welcome back, beautiful brave hearts. It's Lorraine here. I am in Calgary, Alberta. I am a master practitioner with the DACA Detox and trainer of the pelvic course. Sandra May and I are here doing the Perfect Day Lifestyle and Nutrition Q&A. And today we are finishing up the 12 loving steps. We started them last week. We went from step 1 to 5. A, B, and C. And then today we're starting at 6 and going right through to 12. Sandra?
Woohoo! It's kind of the 12 living steps is kind of why we're both here, isn't it? It's exactly what brought me into this world. I never thought that I would be fully trained to be working as a natural health practitioner, but here I am. And all because I learned how to become that brave heart. I learned how to go within and be okay with what I seen and learn to love it deeper and deeper and deeper all the time. So, talking about the 12 loving steps is definitely a favorite topic of ours. We love being here. We love being this coach, this perfect day coach for you. And we're very happy to be with you today. So, send your questions in. Look at all these different formats we've got for you: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Rumble, Telegram, BitChute. Wherever there's a spot, Doc of Detox is going to be out there and talking to you and saying, hey, time to be a braveheart, right? Time to take advantage of the Healers of the Faith sale. Started on June 2nd, going to go until June 15th, up to 30% off.
And there we have it, the Brave Heart 12 Loving Steps. You want to free your mind, be the light, reclaim your power, awaken your brave heart. And like Sandra said, I wouldn't be here doing what I'm doing in front of you guys if I didn't do this. This I was able to reclaim my entire life. I was able to make a humongous change. And I got to watch Sandra change too, because her and I worked side by side. And it has been a great journey, a wonderful journey, and I'm hoping that you're all in on this journey.
Perfect. You're going to take your time, you're going to rinse and repeat all these wonderful steps. During it's a great idea to take a 33-day awakening transformation, and you're going to use these Braveheart loving steps to guide you through this transformation, right? When waking up just before sleep, and most importantly, the times for installing new belief systems. We believe in you. We need you to believe in you. So, 3, 2, 1, you got this. Well, let's dive into loving step number 6, that bedtime mirror work. Just like we mentioned, when you're starting to calm that body down, you're laying in bed. Pardon me, we're going to back it up a step. You're going to do your bedtime mirror work before you jump into the bed, aren't you, Lorraine? I'd like to have a small mirror when I go in and lay in the bed, and I can do really good mirror work laying in bed, right? So do it in the mirror, do it in the bathroom, or grab a small little mirror that you can just gaze at yourself and fall in love with every bump, with every wrinkle, and just be okay with it, right, Lorraine?
That's right. That's right. We are brave hearts and we are taking our power back. And that means accepting and loving this beautiful body that you have and encouraging it and giving it love notes. That's what you're going to go into the bathroom. You're going to go into the bathroom anyways before you go to bed. Brush your teeth, wash your face, whatever else. Some people take a shower, but whatever. And then you're going to say something very loving to yourself. And that could be, Lorraine, I love you. That it could be as easy as that, but say it and look into your eyes and feel that emotion of that love coming back into you. Right, Sandra?
How about, it just depends on what you consider to be the source of creation, right? Thank you, God. Thank you, Creator. Thank you, Source. Thank you for such an incredibly beautiful day. I love you so much, right? And when you say these words out loud, your subconscious brain is listening to you, right? Most effective out loud with emotion, eye to eye contact. And then, just like learning everything else with Dr. Detox, we need to repeat. You need to repeat it and repeat it and repeat it so that it becomes, kind of automatic in a sense. That's because you're going to access a different part of your brain. And if you can just keep repeating it, like I said, you're going to move a little bit into the subconscious brain, but with this wonderful programming, right? You're going to stay connected. You're going to feel that love connection that you have for yourself. And with every repetition, put into your heart more and more intention with focus and passion.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
definitely, and if you happen to forget to do that mirror work and you get yourself in bed, get up and do it anyways. Get back to doing it. This is your love connection to yourself. Your body loves the sound of your voice. Use it in a positive way, and your body will respond.
Perfect. Okay.
The
Number
next,
7, bedtime gratitudes. State 3 things. Right? Let's see here. State 3 things out loud that you're grateful for. Gratitude is an attitude. And as we recently discovered, gratitude and authenticity are way up there. You think love is the highest vibration? Somehow, gratitude and authenticity are actually vibrationally much higher. So, really connect with yourself and say out loud all these wonderful things, right? Rise up to your greatness by listening to these words. The very last thought of your day needs to be powerful because as your brain passes into that different state, you are participating in reprogramming your mind, right? What do you really want? You're going to get what you focus on, right? So then let's chat with the creator or the source or God, whatever jives you up, right? That universal mind is the unlimited creator, always knows the best time and the best way to get you where you want to be. So this can only happen once you've mastered the art of attracting, allowing, and deserving. So let's take a look at some of these gratitudes. I'm grateful for existing. I'm grateful for my breath. I'm grateful for being the hero of my day and the light of my life and my family. I'm grateful for the change that I seek. I'm grateful for the master of my mind. I'm grateful for experiencing unconditional love. And when you really see yourself make a mistake and then you just quickly use your love band, nope, 3, 2, 1, that's okay. That's the old Sandra. And then really connect in and you will feel that unconditional love come up and go, yeah, hey, I just did the same thing all over again. Oh, it's okay. We're reprogramming. We're working on it, right? It's all good, right? I can remember one time, Lorraine, I texted a friend right when texting was becoming really, really powerful. I texted a friend, hi, just wanted to let you know I thanked God for my walls. It was right, we're in Canada. It was winter. It was bitterly cold. I was in a mobile home, which was warm, but still, it's a mobile home, right? And the temperature had just plummeted. And so when you get that fast temperature drop, things like wood can start to contract. And so when you've got wood that's losing temperature and cracking like that, well, sorry, I said it, it'll crack, it'll snap, it'll make a noise, right? So I'm laying in bed and snap, crackle, pops going my walls as the temperature's like plummeting, and I'm laying in my house in my mobile home going, you know what, God, pardon me. You know what, God, I'm so thankful for these walls. I'm thankful for my furnace. I am going to sleep hard tonight, even though it's getting nasty out there.
exactly. Exactly. Yeah. When we can go to sleep with that attitude of gratitude, we are going to have the best sleep ever. And that's what we're talking about, getting to your best life. So be that brave heart. Start doing the 12 loving steps and you will change your reality.
Yeah. Breathe and allow, have faith and smile, knowing that the answer is just around the corner. Allow life to maybe take you around a sharp left-hand corner, right? Or a bump in the road. This is going to happen, right? Enjoy the ride. Enjoy the woohoo! Whoopsies! I made the same mistake again. Whoop! Landed on my feet. It's all okay. Don't worry about it, right? You need to call out to yourself. Now, to advance this even a little bit further, you can also write down these things that you're grateful for, right? Because that action of the writing it is accessing again the other side of the brain. So more cohesive we can make the brain, the more we can participate on either sides of that brain, you're going to get even better levels of access into your heart, right? So write down these three things that you're grateful for in your journal, and it will make it even more effective when you use more senses.
Exactly. Speaking, seeing, writing, it's all helping. And the next one is loving step number 8, calendar tracking. So this is a time for you to be a really good detective. And you're not judging, you're just being aware, right? You want to start tracking how many times you have your body, your pain body expresses, and maybe even why it expressed, if you even know that. Start writing these things down, put it in a calendar, and you will find that there is a trend. And that's what this is all about, is figuring out that trend and then stopping whatever it is that is making you do that, right, Sandra?
Absolutely. This is a very important step to discover and uncover that pain body program, right? Let's see here. I always like to do it because it gets me out of that emotional state. And I can write things down. Again, that act of writing is amazing because it forces your brain to use the left hand side. So you're taking your day, which could be filled with emotional ups and downs. You're going to write down some things. Oh, had a glass of water at 10. Had another glass of water at 2, had a bowel movement at 3, right? Writing all these things down helps you step out of that emotional load and turn it into data. And then, like Lorraine said, all of a sudden you go back and you look 2 or 3 weeks later of 21 days of what's been happening. You're going to say, oh, look at this, and whoop and whoop. Okay, now I know what the heck's going on, right? So sometimes we have to step out of that high emotional load and just turn it into data so that we can lovingly look at it and review everything.
Yeah, that way you can analyze. Like, a lot of people don't even realize that when they're constipated, it's because they had an emotional stuckness somewhere. And calendar tracking will point that out to you. You know, you felt this the next day, constipated. You know, it is so clear when you can do this. And really, like I said, you're going to be a detective. You're not going to say this is right, this is wrong. It's an isism, that's all. Write it down. You're observing, that's it. Make sure that you breathe. You smile for no reason. You know, you brainwash that subconscious, right? You are a conscious creator. You want to crack that coconut and be the change.
Perfect. Okay. Loving step number 9, couples connection. Right? This is amazing. Open yourself up to the presence of total love between you and your partner with the couple's connection, or you and yourself. I think that's where I got really used to having the mirror in the bed with me and doing a really strong personal connection, right? But bring your love to the highest level possible. This step is, oh, I accidentally ran my screen. Here we are. Okay. This step is for all couples that wish to have that deep connection, bringing their love to the highest possible level. The truth about love is that many people are in love, but not together, and many people are together, but no longer in love because of dysfunctional beliefs, right? Do the couples connection every day for 33 days at the same time each day. Make it a routine, make it repetitive, and make it really easy to achieve this, right? So, what you're going to do is you're going to find a comfortable place to sit for a good 20 minutes. You're going to face each other. You're going to hold each other. Generally, sometimes the guy is able to sit, kind of open up his hips, and the lady comes in nice and close, or your partner, whichever way. We're not going to get too specific here. Bring your partner in nice and close. Have their legs over top of yours so that you can sit and hold each other just like this, right? Find that comfortable place to sit for 20 minutes. Let yourself connect to your breathing of each other and see if you can start breathing together. And then just lovingly observe each other, right? Looking deep into your eyes, be silent, allow your feelings to flow. You may choke up, you may tear up or blink, or even want to move your eyes away, but don't, right? It is absolutely amazing. And in the course, we quite often do this. And so sometimes it's friends, right? And it is powerful amongst friends. So you don't have to have a love partner of the opposite sex or just a sexual attraction. This is great for developing any kind of relationship, right? If you get butterflies in your stomach, maybe even an itchy nose or eyes, just try to breathe through it and just know that that's the subconscious brain trying to go, hey, wait a minute, this is a little bit intense. Well, can you look away? Can you do something? Can you distract? Right? Yawning is great. It is letting you know that you're actually letting that emotion go. Right? You're physically doing something that represents that emotional information moving on out. Right? Let's stay focused, stay connected. Let your heart open and feel the love that you have for yourself or your partner, and let it expand. Don't rush this. The couple's connection, honor it with all of your heart because your mind will do whatever it can to distract you and disrupt you from the truth.
Yeah, so definitely this is very powerful. Um, and a lot of people, as a lot of couples, as we get older, it's like we just become complacent. We're there. We may be participating in things together, but that love vibration, it's like we're friends. We're friends. We're friends. If you want to bump that up and really feel that spark that you had when you first met each other and why you got married or why you got together, this is going to bring it back. So it is very, very powerful. And when you are doing it, you are entering a sacred place in your partner's heart. That's what you're doing. And you become aware of the love that they hold for you and the love that you hold for yourself. Because quite often, when we're looking in someone else's eyes, it's our reflection that is coming back at us. Right, Sandra?
Perfect. Yeah. Yeah. And then let's part two. You're now in a safe place where you can talk openly about your heart. Discuss what you felt. Discuss the images, the thoughts, the feelings that have gone through your mind for the past 20 minutes. This process will help you connect on all levels. Share your thoughts for at least a minimum of 10 minutes. And after repeating this for 33 days, you can continue with the couple's connection at least once or twice, a few times a week. Remembering that this repetition is the key to success and will permanently reconnect the two of you, right? And observations from the course and the observations that I had was insecurities, right? And you could have your partner a little bit up on a pedestal and all of a sudden they're telling you what they felt insecure about and you'd be like floored, like, really? I actually never thought that, right? So dive in because this can wipe away all sorts of silly little ideas and things that you feel insecure about. So you hide it, right? You can be a brave heart and let that out and express that. Lots of those things can just be wiped away.
Yeah, it is a beautiful thing to do together. And like Sandra said, it doesn't have to be, couples. It could be you and your son, you and your daughter, you and your friend. and it could be you and you with a mirror, right? There we go. So loving step number 10, family connection. And this is a great one, I thought. Um, this is where you go in with the intent to put down some of your goals, some of the things that you want to achieve, things that you want to bring into your life down on paper in picture and words. And you can get the whole family involved in it. Get a really big bolster and have a section for Johnny over here and mom and dad here and little Jane over there. Let them participate because this is really a good thing to do because when we see pictures and words and we put those pictures and words up there and we connect to that, that becomes our prominent dominant thought. And what does God universe do? It brings that to us.
Absolutely. Yeah. And when you see what came from your partner or what came from your family, you might be just amazed at actually all those little things that they were thinking about and maybe just had never spit out of their mouth, right? So very wonderful.
Yeah, maybe you find out you like living in the woods and your partner would rather live by the ocean. You know, and maybe you can have a bit of both. Have an ocean lot with some trees around it.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. For sure.
And then
Okay.
go ahead.
Loving step number 11, recall healing. This is kind of the cream of the crop, isn't it, Lorraine? These steps 11 and 12.
They are.
This really transformed my life. I certainly have had a little bit of trauma as I went along. Had an event where a boyfriend was high and drunk, and he thought someone else was in the room, and so he let me know that whoever was in that closet, they were going to get beat up and not to be worried about it. And I thought, whew, that's it. I'm toast. I'm the only other person in this room, right? So years later, when I took the courses with Dr. Dara Wolfe, this loving step number 11 and 12 really undid that damage. You got to lay a good foundation of all those beginning steps. Make sure you're really good at that loop drive between love and forgiveness, love and forgiveness, love and forgiveness. And then that gets you access into all those other powerful words in the 12 loving steps. And then when you've done this for a few months, you're getting there. You're making some progress. Dive in to the rest of these. Dive into steps 11 and 12. Right. Recall healing and mind mapping will unlock the secrets of illness and disease by identifying the underlying emotional conflicts and traumas that create negative conditions or behaviors. These loving steps allow you to process through the heart brain connection where all true healing takes place. They will help you understand how we become ill, how we can awaken to our inner practitioner, and heal. This work will shift your awareness to optimize the healing process on a mental, physical, and spirit level. So, again, you're going to do this as a 33-day step process, a little bit every day, right? Um, or sorry, uh, get some good traction, just like I said, get that good traction for at least 33 days. And then you're going to dive into this. And every 3 days, you can start this recall healing, right? You are going to make a list of all the traumas, dramas, and celebrations. I kind of expanded it a little bit. I made a chart. I put it a date so that the computer could sort it. And so I could just type in, right? Date, drama, trauma, what it was, what the belief that I could identify was in it, and how it changed me, right? And so then as I reviewed these things, and every 3 days I'd go back to the list, it's like, oh yeah, I don't feel as much there. And so I'd write down my progress and I'd keep filling in the dates, right? And so as you go through this, um, this will help you to recall so many more events and remember them with clarity and with honesty. If you can go in with an open mind and an unconditional love and realize the lies that it took to give you those belief systems, you can heal from this. So definitely, this changed my life for sure.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Now Lorraine's getting choked up here.
Yeah, yeah.
Still, still kind of emotional, but you know what? That it's good. It's good. I just had a thought. One of the things that I had written down was one of my sons committed suicide, and um, it wasn't until we actually buried him that it was real. And at the burial site, I actually lost like I couldn't stand. I lost my legs. And I was just weeping there. And the recall healing was was able to get me through that. I mean, not that it was it I didn't know Dr. Wolfe back then, but doing the recall healing was able to actually um, get that belief of I did something wrong, right? The guilt that what did I do that, or what should I have done? Coulda, woulda, shoulda, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Think of those intense feelings, right? You're
Yeah,
standing at the graveside and you're grieving, and all those intense feelings that come up, and that drove it deep down inside you. I was the mom. I had to have screwed up. Bam, 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 right? And
yeah,
so this recall healing would have allowed you to go into that memory, right? And observe it, right? Because we've done such good work in the beginning with the loving and forgiveness, adding in all those other words from the 12 loving steps until you can just lovingly observe the memory. You don't have to dive into it with headlong and get all emotional, even though you will probably will feel a bit of emotion, but you're still able to be objective. You're still able to just observe that memory and go, oh, wait a minute, that it was a highly complex situation, or whatever the words that came to you finally, right, Lorraine? And so this recall healing lets you dive into these traumatic events and get familiar with them. And then I can remember Dr. Darrell Wolf saying, honestly, it's going to sound a little bit logical and maybe not powerful, but it is. If you can know that whole memory, if you can know every little part of that in whichever way it tried to send you, right? If you can know all that plethora of things that came up in that event, your brain can actually let go of it. You can let go of it because now you know it all. There's nothing sticking, there's nothing holding on. You know the whole event and you can let go of it. And just to keep this nice and short, after I did the recall healing with the event that happened in a pitch black basement with a boyfriend that was high and drunk, I was able to realize the logic of the dude passed out 10 minutes later. So, yep, I probably had an intense 10 minutes, or I could have had an event that was only 10 minutes long, and then I could have got up and left. But I was so prepared and being hard on myself, right, that I laid there afraid for 3 hours. And then I woke up, and then what did I do? I berated myself for another 3 hours, and then I finally fell asleep from exhaustion. And then finally I woke up again, and I thought, oh, it's got to be morning. And I thought, oh, look, oh yeah, I can just push him over and get to the light, right? 10 minutes or all night. Like that traumatized my life. So loving step number 11 undid that trauma for me. So where do you have trauma? Do you need loving step number 11? And all of us have even a squeak of trauma, right? We've all had complex lives. Somehow it's a part of the deal when we come down here.
well, exactly, exactly. And the more often, the one of the reasons it says, track all these traumas and celebrations, put it in order, and then every 3 days revisit it. Revisit it, because the more often you can see it, the more information you're going to get from it. But the more often you actually visit it in your mind, the more you can let go. It's just like anything else. When we repeat something long enough and strong enough, we can actually let go of it. And that's what this is all about. We're clearing that dysfunctional belief system,
Mhm.
because it embeds itself in ourselves and it creates the issues in our tissues.
For sure.
You get what
And
I
when we're able to emotionally let go of it, you tag in the Wolfe Non-Surgical, the Cell Sonic, even just the nutraceuticals that we take to help clear out toxicity. But you're doing your homework, you're doing the emotional level. Guess what? You're hitting it on all levels. Your body is going to be able to respond to you in a way that it never could before because you were brave enough to go in and learn these steps and do step 11, recall healing.
Hey, and then the last one. And again, all of these steps are very important and to do them in the order that they're there because they kind of lead on to the next one, especially 11 and 12. Right, Sandra?
Absolutely, right? So let's read through some of these steps. Turn off your phone. Ask someone to not disturb you. Sit up straight, some soft light and or darkness. Diffuse some beautiful oils for a peaceful, calming atmosphere. Close your eyes. Connect to your light heart breathing. Feel the Creator's love, feeling your entire being, and let your heart open and let your love glow, right? Start with the earliest memories on your recall healing timeline and go through, let go of the hate, guilt, and fear, and bring in forgiveness. And you're going to create new belief systems that rewrite your story, right? So you're going to look at those and go, okay, you know what? Now I'm in this memory, but now I understand something different and I feel different. And I'm just going to say, you know what? That was this challenge, but now I have a much deeper way to love my dad or my brother, right? Take this as a step to mind map and just say, maybe we had some trouble before, but now I am super duper at appreciating someone. You know what? He helped me rise. This person helped me rise, right? Rewrite those belief systems.
Yeah, look at it from new eyes. And that's kind of what you're doing there. You're sitting in the dark, closing your eyes, using that lion heart breathing, and letting that love fill your body. When you come from the heart, things change. Things change. You get to create a new reality for yourself. Both Sandra and I have done a lot of work, and it saved my life. I know that for sure. And I get to witness other people who actually do the work and come out on the beautiful side. Like it is an amazing journey, definitely. You
Mhm.
want to be the creator that your creator created you to be.
Mhm. Mind mapping will help us perfect our image making, right? An image creates a thought creates an emotion creates the energy, the feeling, and energy creates a signal to your brain. So think of that. The brain is the chemist. It creates the frequency that releases chemicals and hormones that create mass, and mass creates things, right? These things are in your life. So, how is that working for you? Now you know that an image is short for imagination, and imagination is the root of all creation. The heart is the control center for all the issues in your life, and the language of your heart is visual, not verbal. So let's just recreate. Now that we've dealt with those traumas and dramas, let's just paint a new color on it and recreate it and make a new image.
Yeah. Have we gotten any questions at all, Sandra?
We have got lots of love coming in here. We've got Magdalena is loving us. Um, and Magdalene, and begin your day with gratitude. That can be life changing. So we've got some people cheering us on out there. Thank you guys for being there.
Okay. So again, the mind mapping and recreating is it's very intense. And hmm, a lot of people find it kind of scary, right? How can you do this? How can you rewrite? Well, you have to tap into that love. You gotta allow that love to fill your entire body. And then you can see how you can get through this, how you can make those changes and see it from new eyes. And that's what we need to see, not seeing from the victim, but actually seeing from the hero who made it through. Right, Sandra?
Yeah. And the hero doesn't have to keep repeating the story. If you want to flip one more page, Lorraine,
Yeah,
the hero gets to just let go of it all, right? So take your time with these steps. You're not rushing to the end because you want to make sure you're doing really good work and you're going to let go of everything. So just think of that. Uh, that picture just makes me want to hug myself right now. Right? Um, but yeah, this is absolutely life-changing, and we love talking to people about it. So we love being here to chat with you guys about the 12 loving steps.
definitely. So, yeah, emotions create feelings, just like Sandra said. Feelings create frequency. Frequency releases chemicals and hormones. Chemicals and hormones uh, enter either heal you or destroy you. It's your choice. So we get to choose whether we're being healed or whether we're being destroyed. And truly, we do have the choice. I can, look at this from different eyes and I can say, "Oh, maybe that's why it happened. Maybe I needed to learn something from that. Maybe I grew because of it." Right?
For sure, for sure. And you get to love band your way to better health, right? So for this and a whole bunch of other information to help you create that perfect day for the rest of your life, do a consultation with someone like myself or Lorraine to do a perfect day consultation. You can go to pdgfree.com to download this beautiful 500 plus page document for you. And you can book a consultation. Normally they're 150. But you can get that consultation for 95, and you can also get the perfect day document itself in a printed version for $95. So own it and live it.
And then we have the world's largest self-healing, self-care masterclass library. You can find it in that bhnapp.com. So if you haven't signed up for it, go ahead and sign up. Just make sure after you sign up that you confirm your email address. A lot of people miss that. So you get an email from the BHN app and you just have to confirm your email address and then you're in. And then you want to check out the evolve section. That's where you're going to be able to evolve your mind by learning new things, right? Healthy to 100 is there. Information on the daily cleansing tea. The perfect day is in there. Spoiled rotten is is funny, but so true. Medical mafia. How did we get here? If I've got a problem with my eyes, maybe I want to look into the 5G blue light toxicity. This is all a wealth of information supplied to you at your fingertips for free. Take advantage of it.
The Healthy 100 is available for a download as well. So if you go to pdgfree.com, you're going to see two links there, one for the perfect day guide and one for the Healthy to 100. And this is a humorous book that Dr. Dara Wolfe wrote way back in the day. They've recently gone through and kind of revised it and did a little updating of it. And so this is a brand new document for you available for either a free download or pay for it on the store.
And we've got the whole life coach certification class with Dr. Daryl Wolfe. And this truly is groundbreaking. It is an experience beyond anything that I've ever done before. And the more times you do this class, the more it sinks in. And we recommend 3 times, right? 3 times. But even just doing that once, you are going to grab so much more information about how we need to be living, what do we need to be doing, some of the quick exercises we can be doing to help our body. But the biggest one is still that emotional connection. So definitely, if you want to change your life, all you got to do is sign up for the whole life coach certified. And you can go to bhnuniversity.com and or go to events in the braveheartnationapp.com.
Perfect. Along with that, then of course is the Wolfe Non-Surgical, because just like we discussed before, you clear those emotions and that acidity created physical blocks in the body. So this is a life-changing, reverse the irreversible body work technique like none other. Dr. Sage Wolfe is considered the master of masters, and he will be there to teach you and guide you. Even if you just want to be able to do work on your family, this is fabulous. But you can, as soon as you're done this course, you're certainly well equipped enough to start using it in your practice or start practicing. It is absolutely wonderful.
And then we have the Women's Pelvic Restoration and Disease Prevention Masterclass. So this is a masterclass. It's a little different than a certification. This is only 3 days, but this is powerful 3 days. Powerful 3 days. I think absolutely every woman on earth should go through this because this is going to reconnect you to your most powerful healing part of your body, your pelvis. And I have seen so many women leave this course with a new attitude, a new connection to their entire body, and restore some of the problems that they've been having. Like it is an amazing course. So for more information, go to bhnuniversity.com or you can go to events at braveheartnationapp.com.
Perfect. Like we said, the Healers of the Face sale is on. It's in the store. It is up to 30% off. So be sure to get in there and check that out. We have a fabulous BHN TV special world event happening on July 13th, Gold Care. It is a collaboration between Dr. Dana Granberg-Neal, Dr. Simone Gold, Dr. Daryl Wolfe, and 18 world leading healers. Sunday, July 13th is going to be live on all the social media channels, 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. And then the Q&As for this session is Monday afternoon, 12 p.m. to 2, and Tuesday evening, 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. To get in on those Q&As and ask your questions, sign up at bhnuniversity.com.
And I just want to put a little shout out for the Healers of the Faith. The last Q&A is tonight, right? At 7 Eastern. So if you haven't signed up for that, you might want to, and you'd be able to do that at bhnuniversity.com.
Perfect. Here is a list of all of these collaborations, the BHN TV World events. Heal Yourself, Heal Your Family, June 17th. July 13th is the Gold Care. July 19th, Rock with the Doc of Detox. August 6th, Heal Yourself, Heal Your Family, another round of that. Another round of Rock with the Doc of Detox, September 6th. October 5th, Quantum Power Pack Healing. October 26th, Food Forest Abundance, and November 16th, Super Soldier Immunity. So we've got events happening every month. That is exciting, and sometimes twice a month.
And just in case you haven't done it already, I would be signing up for that bhnapp.com because you're going to be able to get all of our information on there. Right now, there are so many flags happening on Facebook for the information that we are sharing, and I don't think it'll be too long, and we will be taken down. But if you want that health and healing information, go to bhnapp.com.
There you
And
go.
there is the app. So again, you can download that on your PC, on your laptop, on your devices, anywhere. So you can have it at your fingertips. And then you can track your perfect day, news and events. So just like what I was telling you, New World Practitioner map, you're going to find myself and others on that map. The Evolve, where you're going to find the world's largest free online library and videos. Connect, you'll be able to connect with other Bravehearts across the world. And a perfect match, if you're single and you're looking for a Braveheart, this would be the place to be. And mindful moment reminder, that's a little Tibetan bowl. You can set it for every half hour, maybe come back to your breath, maybe drink your water or do a meditation, whatever. And you have all of this at your fingertips at bhnapp.com so you can unleash your roar, unleash the practitioner within you, go from victim to hero.
Dr.
And
Sage Wolfe is doing a world tour, and he is heading to St. Louis on July 6th to July 15th. He is going to be doing Wolfe Non-Surgical and cell sonic regeneration, cardio med bed, thermographies, and full consultations with those thermographies. You can call Tim to book 479-215-9592, and that was St. Louis, Missouri for July 6th to July 15th.
And then he's going to be in Los Angeles, and that's going to be July 31st to August the 7th. You're going to call Noreen at 386-631-4066. And then he's back in Canada in Montreal. You're going to call the beautiful Christiane at 438-929-0997. He's going to be in Montreal August the 23rd to Monday, September the 1st. And just know these appointments get filled up fast. So get on the phone and book your appointment. And Rafa, you're going to have to bring this up.
This one is saying Dr. Sage Wolfe's treatment and consultation tour is summarized here. Calgary, Thursday, June 26th to June 30th for treatments. That looks like your schedule is probably full there, isn't it, Lorraine?
Yeah, pretty much. I've got a couple of spots where I can put non-surgical in. So if you're interested in non-surgical, well, Dr. Sage is here in Calgary from the 26th to the 30th. You can give me a call, 403-605-9216.
And then he'll be teaching the Wolfe Non-Surgical right before that, June 14th to June 25th. Then that's where he'll head to St. Louis, Missouri, and then over to Occidental, California, then to Los Angeles for some treatments, and then Montreal, Canada. So if you're looking for information, you can go to bhnuniversity.com and you can see all the information there. Okay, then we've got the BHN course dates summarized for the rest of 2025 and the beginnings of 2026. Calgary is Wolfe Non-Surgical and the pelvic course, June 14th to 25th for the non-surgical, 27th to 29th is the women's pelvic restoration. Then to Ixtapa, Mexico for the whole course load, whole life health certified, Wolfe Non-Surgical, women's pelvic restoration starting on October 29th. And ending on November 23rd. Then in the new year, Los Angeles is January 14th until February 8th for all three courses. And then Ixtapa, Mexico, will be right after that, back to Ixtapa, starting January 28th and going to February 22nd.
And then we have our DoD 5-star. And we are opening a new one in St. Cloud, Florida, coming soon, opening in 2026 sometime. I guess we'll let you know, but it is in the works, definitely. And then this is all our social media: Facebook, X, Instagram, YouTube, Rumble, Telegram, and BitChute. And here is all the places you can listen to these podcasts, including this one. Definitely, I like to do audibles. I like to listen while I'm driving, listen while I'm doing my laundry, listen while I'm out for a walk or on the treadmill. You know, just put this information in. The more you hear it, the more it sinks in. The DoD, the Doc of Detox fulfillment centers, we ship worldwide. So we're from the fulfillment centers are in the US, Canada, and Australia. And you can become an affiliate partner if you really love these products, and I know you do. Start talking to your friends and referring them and become that affiliate partner so you can make a commission on your referrals. You can go to docofdetoxstore.com.
And another plug for the app, because we got some bots on here, Lorraine. They're saying
Yeah.
stuff that has nothing to do with the show, right? So guys, if you don't want this distraction, then get into the app. They have nothing to do with our show. Anyways, if you are a health professional or a practitioner and you'd love to be a wholesale buyer, we'd love that too. So give Dr. Dara Wolf a call directly first to get that set up. 469-861-9454, or Dr. Dara Wolf is on extension 5 on the toll-free line 855-900-4544, or email office.docofdetox@gmail.com.
And then we have our Power Pack clinics worldwide. If you want to be a Power Pack clinic, then get yourself Salsonic and a cardio med bed, or one or the other, and you will be on our Power Pack map. And when you purchase one of these things, you get the benefit of being able to take the course.
Perfect.
Oops. Oh no. I
Okay.
lost it.
That's fine. You bring it back. There's financing available for the DoDPowerpack.com, the Cell Sonic Regeneration, the Cardio MedBed, and the and the courses. If you take both courses together, that's what's called the New World Practitioner, and you're going to find that information on bhnuniversity.com. Financing is available in the USA for either one of those choices, the courses or the Power Pack energy medicine devices.
And then we have our DocStar World Healing and Training Retreat. You're going to find that in Ixtapa, Zihuatanejo. It is a beautiful retreat. If you haven't been to Ixtapa, Zihuatanejo, I highly recommend it. You know, the ambiance there is a little bit more laid back than other more popular places in Mexico. So you really do get a taste of how Mexicans live. And I was down there, Sandra was down there. We both lived down there for a while, and I felt safe the whole time. What about you, Sandra?
Absolutely. Yep. We are in vacation world and there is nothing to be worried about. And the Mexican people are lovely and gracious and just fun to be with. One of the funnest things I did was actually getting on the bus system and going into Zihuatanejo. And I don't know, I just love getting on the bus and heading to the beach and coming back. And what was it, 15 pesos got us home, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, it was so much fun.
Yeah, it was. But we do have the DOD 5-star healing and health and healing center. You know, that's where you're going to go to get healthy and healing and training of a lifetime. Um, all of the energy medicine machines are there at your fingertips. There's a red light therapy that you can be doing too. Um, uh, Swimming in the saltwater structured pool is amazing. It has a different feeling about it. It's like soft on you. It just feels amazing. And of course, the Salsonic regeneration, the cardio med bed, having some Wolfe Non-Surgical, and consultation. You know, this is all available for you. We can create whatever kind of a healing retreat that you want, or maybe you just want to come and experience Mexico. You can go to dod5star.com for more information.
Now, if you can't get to Ixtapa, then and you need a personal certification or training, Dr. Sage Wolf can come to you. So you're going to give again Dr. Dara Wolf a call back directly, and they're going to get a program and a package set up exactly what will suit you. 855-900-4544, extension 5, or on his US direct number, 469-861-9454.
And then here's the prices for the certifications and the pelvic course. Um, you know, our prices came down about 2 years ago, or maybe 3 years ago now, and we've kept them down while all other people are raising their prices. Gas has gone up, groceries have gone up, heat's gone up, everything's gone up, right? We are keeping it down because we want you brave hearts to be able to afford this. And US, you're so lucky, you've got financing available for this.
Perfect. Okay, yes.
There
So
it
head
is.
to bhnuniversity.com or the dodpowerpack.com to find that financing link and fill in your online application. The perfect day consultations. We'll have to change this slide. Dr. Dara Wolf is $350, but it is well worth every single penny. I think you go to other practitioners to get this level of consultation, you're going to easily be paying $600, right? Book your consultation with Dr. Dara Wolf. Give his assistant a call directly, 855-900-4544, extension 1. And the US direct line for his assistant is 250-980-0554. Or book yourself, like we said before, with a consultation with someone like Lorraine or I. We love coming together with people. We love helping to craft their perfect day, get them going, get them started, get the ball rolling. It's so satisfying to know that someone, signed up for a course or signed up for the pelvic course or got a PTT set up. What we're here to get the ball rolling for you, get your knowledge going and get you started on that path to take ownership of your life. So go to perfectdayconsultation.com.
And then we have all our swag. So we've got hoodies and sweatshirts and t-shirts and caps. Why not show off your excitement with the Doc of Detox? And, have people asking, what do you mean crack your coconut? Right? Get people asking questions. Wear the swag.
There you
And
go.
I'm going to skip this one. We talked about it, and we've talked about this already. And there we go. Okay, Sandra.
Okay, so all of this today is to help inform you that the only permanent health care is your self-care. The only permanent love is your self-love. So dive into these 12 loving steps because when you do that, you will be able to rise to your full potential. You're going to first love yourself and you're going to fly.
And here at Braveheart Nation, we are stronger and we rise together. You're going to go to bhnuniversity.com to get yourself signed up for any of the courses. If you're looking for other information, news, even more information on the courses, you'll find it also at bhnapp.com.
So like we mentioned, we're getting bots putting comments on the shows where, all sorts of things are happening. And so just be sure you never lose that connection to Dr. Daryl Wolf and to the whole world of Doc of Detox and all the free trainings and information that go out, right? Let's make sure that if they ban us from Facebook, things could be happening in behind the scenes and we don't know. So stay connected and unite at bhnapp.com. It is for your freedom, your health, and your healing.
And there we're back to the Braveheart Oath. Sandra, I'm gonna let you do that today.
All right. Okay, Braveheart Oath, you guys know. And if you're brand new, that's okay. Take a couple of deep breaths because we're going to say this all together. Thank you. All right, hand on heart, right hand on heart, left hand on belly, and let's give this a go. I am love. I am healed. I am Braveheart. Today and every day, from the moment I rise until I gently close my eyes, I will always trust, honor, respect, protect, forgive, and totally love myself first and foremost before anyone else or anything else. So help me God, because I am, I can, I am love, I am healed, I am Braveheart. I'm all in for me. I hope we've helped show you the way to be all in for you.
Yeah, yeah, and just be that brave heart. Dive deep into the 12 loving steps. It is an amazing transformation that your body is waiting for you to do, right, Sandra?
Absolutely. Three, two,
Thank
one. Until we see you again.